Shut up and sit down.
I know. Oh, look at that big picture, Dave. Scary, isn't it?
It's a look. I can read the stickers on the behind me without looking behind me.
Oh, that's scary, isn't it? Anyway, hello, folks. Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and in
me. Yeah, we're different sides now because it's me, Dave.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, Harry Cornflake himself. Hello, folks, and welcome to another Sunday at the bench with me, Colin, Festa 67's workshop. First things first, let's get the pimping out of the way. If you'd like to help support this channel and keep the content coming, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can click the join button and become a channel member just below this or any of my other video content. You could also get our attention in the chat by doing an @Festa67's workshop or an @ModelMaker Dave's workshop. That puts our names in a gold box, or we should be able to see your comment. Or you can click the $sign and you can do a super chat, which gets your name and all your chat in a nice big box, as well as a bit of on-screen guitar, folks. Yeah.
Nice.
So just have a quick looky-loo in the chat, see who we got in and who's come out to play with us today. And then we'll do our little bits of how are you and all of that lot.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Athol in there saying hello. Hello, Athol. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing all right, fella. Let's have a look on there just to see what the top bit. It was Jackie's saying unable to get too involved in the show because they're doing their man cave refurb. Happy days. Scale Model Ninjas in saying afternoon. All. How you doing, mate? Panzer Cat's in saying I had a Festa, and Dave, Old Chat and Ross. Dominic Cuckoo's in says a good afternoon. Hello, Dominic. How you doing? Dave saying hello to everyone. Athol says, snap. The two great minds think alike, Jackie. Nothing beats a mug of Joe unsweetened. Don't forget, Dave, your question.
Oh, yes. Question is, what is or what has gone in your bellies? What have you got on your benches? And most importantly, what is the beverage of choice whilst watching the show?
There you go. Absolutely. Jackie says she's having a coffee break. Yeah. I can imagine Kev's working you like a slave, isn't he, Jackie? Hey, left a bit, right a bit. You know, just imagine it now.
Oh,
you know, Captain IKEA there putting these units together because he's having a bit of a man cave refurb. You just imagine him. He's like a ship's captain in the ocean, Dave, isn't it? Left a bit to port, bit to starboard. Yeah. Bless him. Dominic says on the Facebook group, I've posted a photo which I bought yesterday at the modelling show here in the cold Netherlands. Don't forget, folks, it's gallery show next week as well, so look out for that and get your pictures all in the gallery because we'll be going through what you lot have been up to for the last month. Gallery goodness next week. Panzer says I saw that. Looking forward to seeing your views on the AK kits. Yeah, happy days. What have we got there? Dominic says, yes, I'll see if it works to make a video of it on YouTube. The plastic looks very nice. Happy days, mate. Yeah, more video content, the better, mate. That's what it's all about. James is in saying hello. Good afternoon, Colin, Dave, and everyone in chat. Festa Hugs and Dave Hugs. Hello, James. How you doing, mate? So everyone said hello to James. Tony Surridge is in, says hello there. Hello, Tony. How you doing, mate? All right? Hope you're keeping well, buddy. James says, belly, bacon rolls, bench, Lego mock Mandalorian, a mega figure, a beverage is coffee. What we want to know, James, is in them bacon rolls, what was your preferred condiment of choice?
Oh, was it HP or Daddy's?
Was it brown sauce? The only sauce that is applied to bacon.
Any other sauce is illegal.
Bobbins is in, says hello chaps and hello chapettes, hello Bobbins. JC Bricks and Builds is in. Shania sends massive hugs and cuddles to Uncle Colin. Get hold of that. Big hugs, big cuddles, and a tickle issued.
Hello, little one.
Hello, my darlings. How you doing? I hope you've been a good girl. Panzer says belly, egg and square slice sausage rolls with HP sauce. Good shout. Bench, Gneff missile launcher. Beverage of choice, coffee.
Well, Athol, belly, toasted banana sarnies.
Oh, nice.
With a mug of Joe. Bench, a mess of bits of Necromunda but stripping living room wallpaper.
Oh, nice one. So he's building with one hand, like that. Gluedy glue, and he's like, stripping with the other hand. He's good, isn't he?
Multitasking.
He is, mate. Athol says, like the Bobbins. James says, I have no brown sauce, but Alicia had ketchup. There you go.
No.
So, first question of the day.
Go on in.
How's Mum?
Mum's good. Mum is somewhere in the Blackpool vicinity at the moment.
Gallivanting again.
Gallivanting, yes. Off travelling here, there and everywhere, causing chaos, mayhem and confusion.
And you've been off on holiday, ain't you, mate?
I have had 4 days of doing what I want to do.
Which is as little as possible, mate.
Exactly.
Good man.
How are you?
I'm fine and dandy, mate. I'm kind of itching to get on, mate. I've got my tracks to do, and so I'm really looking forward to that, Dave.
So we'll have to keep a track of you, won't we?
See what you did there, mate. So without further ado, bang, I am going to go over to my bench.
And I'm going to try and do the same.
Just like that, folks.
Oh, all right then.
So,
silly so-and-so's with the camera. All right, we'll have that one then.
Yeah.
Don't mind. Whichever one works.
Absolutely, Dave. Whichever one works. Of which I've got to go in and send my new shot to you, haven't I? So that you can see what I'm up to. There you go.
Aha. I'll tell you what. It can half look clear, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it, mate?
Oh, lordy lord.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So there you go, folks. You can see a lot clearer now because I've had a play. I've had a play with the streaming software. So, for those that don't know, and I'm going to ask, there you go. That is what I'm building. I am building the M4, I can't say it with a straight face now, M4 A3 E8 Sherman. There you go, folks. I will no doubt get asked many times what I'm building, but that is what we're doing. It is the Riffield model Sherman without interior, and I've got the really, really lovely job of doing the track links. Now, yeah, a lot of folks busted my chops when we was last on, saying build it on the sprue, on the jig, and all of that lot. So I'm going to get it out of the way now and prove it can't be done because these don't fit on the jig as you would like. So there you go. So don't tell me off that I'm doing it individual. It's just how it is. On this particular kit, you can't do it that way. On the Tiger, you can. So, anywho, that's what I am up to today, folks.
What am I doing today? Today, I'm going to try and do a little bit more, get another bit of carbon fibre decal on the rear spoiler.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm doing it a piece at a time. I know it's taking a while, but because it's all very close together and there's not a lot of it to hold, and with my past couple of days of trying to hold anything in my left hand and it getting dropped and thrown here, there and everywhere,
Yeah, welcome to my world. It's not as funny when it happens to you now, is it? Hey? Yeah. All them times you've laughed when I've dropped something. He goes. Yeah, now it's happening to you.
I know. It's payback time.
Yeah, it's not as funny when it happens to you, Dave, is it? Told you karma would come and visit you back, didn't I?
Oh, I know. And it's arrived, shall we say.
Happy days. Yeah. So whenever you drop something, I am going to snigger at you now, just like you do for me. Because we don't show sympathy to each other, we just mock.
I would not expect anything less.
Exactly. I'm not going to let you down, Dave. I'm gonna mock you until my heart is content. Yeah, he's now going to get. I know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
So luckily on this kit they give you 4 lots of these jigs, Dave. So yeah, you can get a right little production line going. That's the theory.
So does that mean that Festa's going to get jiggy?
Oh God. Yeah.
With all your jigs?
Yeah, absolutely. I could get the saw out and then I'd have a jig saw.
Oh God.
Well, if we're going to go down this road, I'm sure I'm allowed a bad pun as well.
Oh yeah. You know, I'll set you up for a bad one.
Absolutely. Let's see what's going on down there. Paul Christopher is in saying hello. Hello, Paul. How you doing?
Hello, Paul.
Panzer says, I have a question for Dave. On your days off doing what you wanted to do, did you do anything on your E-models build? Oh, there you go.
I did a little bit.
There you go. See, nice question there.
I did a little bit.
Happy days, yeah. Play a bit of catch up, can't you, mate? Why not? So we got Jiggy.
Might do some more later on today.
Metalhead 5368 is in, saying good afternoon all. Hello, Metalhead. How you doing, mate? I've just noticed something there that I will rectify. Where is it? There you go. Being that you're a channel member, you've got your spanner. So the next time you type in chat, you'll have a blue spanner. I just noticed you've got your icon there. I think Bobbins should be a spanner as well, shouldn't he? I'm not sure. You remember Bobbins? I can't remember, mate. I think you are. Have one anyway. There you go. You're also a Spaniana. There you go. Can you let me know in the chat that audio and video is coming through nicely for you as well, just so that I know that everything's transmitting out as it should be. It shouldn't be a problem today, but you never know. I did check before we came on air, but this is us two, don't forget. So...
Right, Ethel, what happened to your left middle what happened to your middle knuckle on your left-hander? Martial arts from the previous life? I've no idea what you're on about.
Yeah. Don't tell him that. He's already got a sore hand today. He won't sleep now.
Oh, I will. Don't worry about
that. Yeah. Bless him. Jacqueline says, just made bacon rolls with HP brown sauce. Have an house point, Jackie.
Cook it up.
Have an house point for that, darling. Bobby says, and now I can ban peeps. Absolutely. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tony Surridge says, receiving you A-OK. Thank you very much for the feedback. Just lets us know because there have been issues with the internet over the last couple of weeks. A lot of the streamers, ourselves included, have had issues, so here's a thing.
Jackie's also saying audio and video, okay.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Oh, having a bit of a sand there, Dave, are you, mate?
Oh, just a little bit, yeah. Well, no, it's an unusual thing for me to be doing, is having a bit of a sand.
Yeah. Does like a sand, does our Dave.
And as I haven't had an online sand for a while, I thought I would make up for it.
Good for you. Nothing wrong with a good sand, mate.
I know.
Metalhead says video is clear and you're blowing my ears off from wall to wall. There you go. Happy days.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Well, it just lets us know that everything's going out all right, doesn't it, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice as well, it's a lot clearer because I've now bought the Sunday show in line with all my other streams now, where I've done the software change on these streams as well now. So hopefully now you're getting Friday Frolic style clarity on everything. So there you go. All right. So we got a bit of that going on. Let's slap that one over there out of the way and start getting on with the other lot, because we've got many tracks to do. Hello, Reese. How you doing? Says hello, fellas. Hello, mate. Nice to see you in, fella. Not seen or heard from you in a long time, so hopefully you've been allowed out of your prison cell, because he's recently married, as Reese. So I've got a feeling he's been having quality time with she, who now must be obeyed because she's put a ring on his finger. See what I did there? Yeah. So hello, mate. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Nice to see you. In love to you and Clarice and all your family, mate. Hoping everyone's keeping a-okay, Reese. Always nice to see Reese in.
Yeah. I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, Ross is saying there's time for a break from painting and sanding. Yes, absolutely, mate. Dominic says audio and video's good. Lovely, mate. Saying hello. Metalhead's got his spanner. I've just seen that on there. So happy days. Yeah. There you go. Jacqueline says Dave's getting in practice for all the sanding for the wooden new build. Yeah, because it's wooden kit for New Year's Day, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, he'll be in his element there. Think of all the sanding, Dave.
Well, I might have to buy some new sanding paper.
I was going to say, mate, you're going to need a fair old stack, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Oh, it's going to be in his element, isn't he? He's going, oh, yeah.
I have to get some new paper and I might have to get a new sanding block.
Whoa. Oh, there you go, Dave. Yeah, because I was going to say that'll be worn out time you're done, wouldn't it?
Just a bit.
Honestly, that wooden kit's going to be about 0.5 of a millimetre thick time he's done with it. Yeah. Anyone is lost what to get Dave for Christmas, just get in some sanders. That's like a sand.
There's nothing wrong with having a sand.
No, not saying there is, mate. Reese has not been around due to work and reserve stuff. Oh, yeah, because he's part-time Chuck Norris, isn't he? Going on all good this end. Hope you fellas are okay. We're fine, Reese. You know us too, mate. We get on with it, Reese. We soldier on. See what I did there, Reese? See? It's worse, Dave, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's no opens there.
There ain't. So, we've got 6 of these. Dave, see what I'm missing. Another one of them. Like that. And another one. Because we can. Just like that. There you go. So that's those. What else do we want? We got them. We got them and we got them. And it'll be the little bits. How many there? 3, 6, 7. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there. So we want all of them. Might as well keep them in a strip. Chop them off as I need them. So gallivanting mum as well, Dave, isn't it? Eh? She's living a life of Riley down there, isn't she? There you go. That'll be another row of them. Right. And then we can get a sander and a buffer. Oh, Dave's not going to be the only one that's sanding, folks. Yeah. So we've got that to go there, so let's get that away. The bobbin says later today I'm going to be baking a fruit cake and then I shall eat it. Nice one, Bobbins. Nice one, mate.
That's the whole idea of a cake.
I like that. I'm impressed, mate. Yeah. You're going to be sat there later, mate, with a chest full of crumbs, rubbing your belly, and you'll be going, oh, stick a fork in me. And me and Dave will be on each of your shoulders going, now you've only got yourself to blame, young man.
Do you really need to eat all of the cake in one sitting?
That's what you get for being a greedy little Bobbins. Ah, bless him. I'm denubbing my jig, Dave, because it's annoying me.
Oh.
And I'm sanding it. How sad am I? Probably never get used again, but I'm happy. Right. So yeah, sorry it's a bit bland, me just sitting here building tracks today, folks, but it's all part of the kit building process and they need to be done. And I did say to Panzer, I will do them on the live streams. And I'm a man of my word. Only because I think he wanted to see me struggle with tracks, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, I think he's going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's sitting there gleefully rubbing his hands in only the way that Panzer does. If you haven't been in an hangout with him, you won't know what I mean. But if you have, you'll know exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him rub his hands together, and it's a bit, how can I say, a bit disturbing.
Ross says, Metalhead says, I've been sanding the paint off the wall so the plasterer can come in next week. Oh, nice one, yeah. Preparation, mate, is the key. Especially when you live in an old house, because, like you say, they do start falling apart, don't they? And yeah, you sit there and a simple decorating job turns into a complete replaster, and it's like, oh, really? Yeah. Jacqueline says hi to Matthew, as does Athol, because Matthew Ward is in, saying good afternoon. Hello, Matthew. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Matthew.
Belly and bench is the usual, Matthew. What's in the belly? What's on your bench? Thanks for popping in and keeping us two company on this wonderful Sunday. I'm still doing my Riffield Sherman tank. I'm doing the individual working track links today, mate. Dave's doing his shiny car, ain't you, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I'm still doing the shiny purple peril.
Yeah. He's got a nice purple body shell on the bench, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one of them on there. Get you a bit of that. Okay. Got some of them on there. And they're handed, if I remember rightly. So we've got 3 handfuls to go on there. So let's make sure I've got my handedness in order.
That'll be handy then.
I see what you did there, Dave. I saw what you did.
I'll get me coat.
Yeah, I would. So that is for the next one. I thought I'd done too many of one and not enough of the other. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that side. They're the other, so I want 2 of them. There you go. Dum dum da dum dum da dum. It's all good fun. 3. Ba 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 ba. They the ones? Yeah, 2 of them. Get in there.
Yeah, it's all sense drives.
Exactly. That's the thing with these tracks. Is the pads are handed, aren't they? Because you've got that little squiggle on them. Yeah, don't be like Festa.
A little squiggle.
Yeah, they've got a little squiggle, a little.
How'd it go again?
You like that, didn't you?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Tony Surridge says, I've not been too active model-wise as I'm still awaiting the results of his MRI scan 10 days now. Oh, bless you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always a worry, mate, when you're waiting for results like that, mate. I hope you get the results you want and that they're favourable, mate, because none of us like waiting for hospital stuff, and yeah. So fingers crossed for you, mate, and hopefully all is well, Tony, because yeah, you're a mate, and by all means chuck us a message if you need to, mate, because you know, if you're getting anxious, being anxious and letting it out and talking to someone can keep the demons at bay, mate.
Hopefully all will go well for you, mate.
Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than stewing on your own, mate. Yes. And everyone in the chat's beginning to kick in and say, yeah, I hope everything's okay. Because, yeah, we keep an eye on each other. We look out for each other. And when one of us isn't right, we're all not right. You know, we share things like that. Matthew says, belly, liver patty on toast, beverage cup of tea. Benchy is a landy engine. Good belly and bench, mate. Dominic says, be careful how you place the rods. I did it wrong and ruined everything. Yeah, luckily, mate, I am doing diligence, mate, and I've got them just to me side, mate. I'm one of those people that is check and recheck and check again if you're not sure that what you've checked was checked.
So you've checked everything?
Yeah. Pretty much, Dave.
Good.
If I'm honest, and I even made sure that I've got the jig at the right angle so that when I put these on, they're the right way. So, yeah.
You're good, you are.
Well, I've not done these before. This is my first time doing individual track links like this, so it is pardon me, a whole new experience, mate.
Okay.
Yeah. Tony says, yeah, if I'm trying to think positive, as if it were bad, they would have me in PDQ, I hope. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when I had my spine MRIs done for me tumours, mate, you know, they were, especially with the last one, Dave, wasn't it? It was, we've spotted this, we want you in because we're going to get rid of it now. And it was back into hospital and another surgery, but they was pretty damn quick, weren't they, Dave? It's like, Dave, you know them shows we was going to do this week? I can't because I'm back under the knife in an hour.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. So, yeah.
Mind you, you've had them done now. You're on the other side of it, so...
Yes, exactly.
It's not going to be playing on your mind and you're not going to be thinking about it. And
no, that's right. You know, you have that initial waiting for the results of the biopsies, don't you? But
yeah.
That, for me, is worse than the actual procedures. Because they've been excised, they're gone. But you're still waiting for that biopsy result. And I'll freely admit it, you do worry because, yeah, we're only human at the end of the day. Dorkosaurus is in saying, hello, mate. How you doing? Welcome aboard on this wonderful Sunday. Same as usual, Dork. I'm doing me Ryefield Sherman Easy 8 without interior, and I'm doing the wonderful individual track links, mate. And I've done well so far, Dave.
I am most impressed.
I could even say, at risk, that I've not even wibbled about them.
No, you haven't. You've been very good.
Oh, it's quite therapeutic sitting here sounding these wonderful individual ads. Yeah.
So, after you saying that, when are you setting up your track making service for everybody else?
Oh, it's funny you should say that. It is strangely relaxing, Dave. And I don't know why. Armour builders out there, are you the same? Is this the stage you dread? Or like me, are you finding it strangely relaxing? I'm curious because if you don't, then I need to really get a life, Dave, and get out a lot more, don't I?
Well, yes. But then applying these...
Paul says, I put a belly in bench in earlier, but I've not heard it. Sorry, Paul, mate. I'll go back up, mate. But I am trying to build a kit as well, mate. Bear in mind. So I do miss the occasional chat. If you want it to be read out and get me attention, put it as an at Festa 67's workshop, but I should pick it up, mate. Coffee, honey sandwich and mince pie, engine details on a 67 Plymouth Plain merge. There you go, mate. Apologies for missing it, but I don't just want to sit here and read chat all day because it's not very entertaining, is it? So, apologies for missing it. I consider myself thoroughly told off. But yeah, if it is important, folks, do an at Festa 67's workshop or an at Model Maker Dave's workshop, and it will get put into a big gold box. Because a lot of the time we do think that you're just chatting to each other as well, see? So I'm trying to keep one eye on the chat, one eye on the camera to make sure I'm in shot, as well as build the model. So kind of juggling one-handed at the moment. Which, if you do live streams, you'll figure it out, because it can be quite intense, can't it, Dave, trying to keep everyone happy?
Yes. We can please some of the people some of the time, but not all of the people all of the time.
Oh, Athol says, I've just got a message saying my courier is out and about, and my delivery should be between 3 and 6:15. So, new terrain from Games World Frontiers. Oh, nice one.
Someone's going to be busy then, by the sound of it.
Yeah, he's going to be skipping around later, isn't he? Like Freddie Mercury going, I got me parcel, I got me parcel. Don't deny it, Athol, because we saw it on the webcam, mate. You didn't switch it off.
We know what you do.
Yeah. He's going, eh? I bet he's just looked around his room going, eh? There you go. There's another track done. There you go. Get yourself a bit of him, eh?
Well into your tracks, isn't it?
Well, it's that stage of the build, isn't it? Because I'll dig the Sherman out in a minute. Show, folks. Because last show I got all of the bits on the sprue ready for priming. And then my main hull is there, see, with the turret. So this is really the last bit I've got to do before everything gets primed and painted, folks. So, yeah, I'm at that jiggy, tracky stage, Dave, isn't it?
Yep.
So, yeah. It's rather fun. There you go. Have you a bit of him? La 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 la. Dominic says, I find peace in model building. I've been under a lot of stress in my life. This is the first hobby where I can put my mind away into something else. Totally understand that, Dominic. I have, what's his name? Multiple sclerosis, mate. And as my mobility waned and I've ended up becoming housebound, this hobby has pretty much kept me going, mate. So I understand exactly where you're coming from, because without this, you know, my social networking is my webcam. It's my window to the world out there. And yeah, as things have changed in my life and I had to take medical retirement and things like that, this hobby has been really proved to be a lifesaver. It really has. And it's thanks to all you guys and girls out there that come and watch the streams and join in and keep everything going. Let's just double check to make sure that that's the right way. Yeah, it is. And then we have those with the pad upwards, just to make sure. Yeah, like that. And then that goes in like all that. Just like that, as Tommy Cooper would say. Or like that, but just like that, Dave.
Good old Tommy.
He says, get you a bit of him. Just trying to get that to lay in place. A little bit of twitching there. Athol says, guessing I had best put a pair of pants on. Oh, yeah, too much info, Athol, but there you go.
Whoa.
In case the courier is Samantha from Poland who might not like seeing my sweaty. I think, yeah, that's a bit creepy, mate. But anyway.
And far too much info.
Yeah. Bless you. Yeah. I've now got this image I can't undo in me retinas, mate.
No, it's not needed, especially on a Sunday.
Yeah, Dorkosaurus is saying, hi, Tony. What bike do you ride? Oh, nice. Metalhead says, yeah, it's peaceful building models. It takes away the reality for a little while. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, when things changed in my life, you know, it was me GP and me wife that got me back into this hobby, because it was, you need to replace the routine of going to work with something. So, you know, they suggested, you know, you come downstairs each day, make a cup of tea, and then you amble round the garden on your sticks, come back in, go to the man cave. That's you going to work. And then you do the reverse at the end of your bench stint, and that's you coming home, you know. And it's a strange way of doing it, and it sounds daft, but it does work. It gives you that sense of purpose for getting up, but also it just gives you a little routine. And for me, that's important.
As they say, if it works, don't fix it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, mate. It really does what it says on the tin, Dave, and yeah. Dorkosaurus says, Tony, it's a Kawasaki Z1000 SX. For various reasons, I haven't ridden for over 3 months. Yeah. I had my send your driving licence back to the DVLA, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm getting rid of the Monza.
Oh, no.
Because it's just, I'm never going to drive again. I knew it was coming, but the reality of it is still painful when it does come. But I mean, I haven't driven for 8 years. So, yeah, come on. Who am I kidding?
What are you going to do? You're going to sell it off, or are you going to give it to an auction house to sell it?
A friend of mine's taking it.
Oh.
Yeah, one of my mates is a classic enthusiast, and, you know, we're negotiating at the moment. And, yeah, but he's always had first refusal. My boy was going to look at it, but once he looked at the insurance, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because what's that, 3 litre?
3 litre straight 6, mate.
Ooh.
So, yeah, Jerry's going to do it, and he's going to have it on this classic insurance thing where it only goes to shows, Dave. And so, yeah, you know, it's one of them, innit?
Limited mileage or something, isn't it?
Yeah. And I said to him, well, at the end of the day, you've always coveted it. And, you know. So, yeah. But he said, yeah, gutted. He said, but, yeah, you've got to be realistic. And I've got a conscience, Dave, and it's one of them. I could be driving down the road where my brain reaction times between that and my feet aren't as fast as they once were. That could be someone walking out across the road with their grandkid or their child. And, Dave, I'm not going to risk it, mate. You know where I'm coming from.
It doesn't even bear thinking about.
Yeah, exactly. My conscience would be, yeah. So, yeah, I had put it off thinking, yeah, I'll have a go and I'll make a decision, but it's been taken out of my hands now, so. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's probably right.
Yeah. So I will be doing that. I have no regrets at the end of the day.
But the question is, are you going to take a photograph of your license before you send it off so you can put it up on your wall?
Yes, I'll scan it.
As a memento.
Yeah, I shall scan it on the 3D scanner thing, the print scanner. Yeah. It's one of them. You know, it is what it is. But dare I say, it takes the risk away, because we're blokes. We would go, I'll just have a go just to see. And that's the decision then that you regret, isn't it? Because
yeah.
Metalhead says, I'll be giving up my licence soon, not because of disability, but I'm getting older. Yeah, I mean, I'm 55 and I've had a good run, but you know, I've been fighting MS since my early 20s, so I always knew this day would come. I accept my prognosis and all that the illness is going to do to me. I always have done. Those people that know me well know that. But I always kept a little glimmer that I would drive again one day. But yeah, come on, let's be realistic. So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Athol. He says when the DVLA took his licence back 10 days ago, he broke his promise to Tracy and sold my Fiesta for a better price than the dealerships in town. Good for you, mate. But again, you know, it's the right decision, so I'm chilled with it. At first, I was a bit, you know, but I get it. It is what it is. And as H said, it does mean to say she's inherited the world's worst passenger. But Tony says, Dorkosaurus to Kawasaki is a proven bite. The Suzuki is a new kid on the block. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I miss. Probably more than I'll miss the driving is the motorcycling. But again, that's been over 12 years. Yeah. But H is quite surprised at how chilled I am about it. She thought I'd be a nightmare.
I think you've done the right thing, mate.
Bobbin says you need to post some photos of you in it making brum brum noises. Yeah. Yeah, I will get some pictures taken, you know, but yeah. One of them. And dare I say it probably been a millstone round my neck, if I'm honest, because it's a constant reminder of the fact that I can't drive. So there is that, isn't there? You know, once it's gone, it's gone. You're not going to be reminded of the fact that you've got the car over there and you can't use it, are you? You know what I mean? So there is that.
Just think of all that freed up storage space for extending your stash.
Well, this is it. I mean, they're in lockups, which are costing me 50 quid a month each anyway, aren't they? So, you know, it's saving money, isn't it, Dave, at the end of the day, especially at the moment with the cost of living.
Definitely.
So, yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to thin my stash down. I don't think I need to store anymore. Yeah. I've got too many kits as it is to build. I want to get a lot of them built so that I can have a more manageable stash, Dave. How many times have we said that? Yeah. Dominic says, I'm only 37 and also have some health stuff, which is why I can no longer work. Got all of that from his 22nd birthday, so I was looking for a hobby. Yeah. Yeah, totally understand, mate. you'll find a lot of us in this hobby do have long-term medical problems, and we've come back to a hobby that we did as a young fella. I mean, I stopped when my boys were born because that's where my money went. And it's only, like I say, when my mobility went and all of that lot, you've got to occupy your mind at the end of the day. Because your mind is a very powerful thing, and it will play tricks on you if you are struggling in life. So you have to replace a negative thought with a positive. And yeah. And that's what this hobby gives us.
Definitely.
And yeah. It's like a little community within a community, Dave, isn't it? This is where the 24/7 hangout comes in handy, because a lot of the folks in there are like myself, you know, got long-term conditions or whatever, and we can just sit and shoot the breeze. You know, if you've had a scabby day with your health, you know, people can just sit and talk, you know, oh, I wanted to do this, but and people will sit and listen. That's where it works, Dave, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. As well, you know, and it's not just wibbling that people do, you know, you can have some good evenings in there where you just chatting about your builds and what your plans are with your build, and people dishing out support, advice, all kinds of gubbins, mate. Pardon me. And it's just nice some nights just to look up at the screen and see someone looking back at you that you can talk to. It really is. It's so satisfying. You know, me and Dave have done it. There's been nights we've been in an hangout and we haven't spoke for an hour.
Yep.
And then you look up and go, what are you doing? You know, it's just nice to have a bit of company. You know, because I do get cabin fever, I freely admit it, because I'm locked up in the house. You know, I only ever go out for medical. And you can be climbing the walls, you know, and yeah. And a lot of people found this out during lockdown. They didn't get it at first, but then suddenly when lockdown happened because of the pandemic,
oh, yeah.
People were suddenly saying to me, I get you now, Cole. I get what you mean about cabin fever.
Yeah, well, I got it, and fortunately or unfortunately, depending on which way you want to look at it, due to what I do and where I work, my time at home was only restricted to 35 days throughout the whole pandemic of working from home. The rest of the time I was on site.
Yeah.
But in those 35 days of being at home, all right, they wasn't one after the other. I think the longest I did was about 6 days or 6 working days at home. I freely admit I was ready to crawl up the walls.
Yeah. David is in at Sprue and Glue saying hi to Colin and Dave. Hello, David. How you keeping, mate?
Hello, David.
Nice to see you in, mate. So yeah, left people probably understanding a lot more. And that's probably why I started doing so much live streaming, was because I just knew that people would want the distraction, you know. And it was nice because it was company for me. You know, and that's how I look at these live streams. You know, you're all coming in. You're keeping me and Dave company. Old, isn't it?
Oh, concentration.
I know, it's scary, isn't it, eh? It's because we have eyesight of uselessness, mate, innit?
Oh, tell me about it.
There you go. Yeah. Bearled says, yeah, e-bikes are good. The only trouble is you have it on turbo or your battery run down quickly, yeah. Only thing with electric vehicles is you don't hear them coming, do you? Yeah.
There's been a couple of times when I've gone to cross the road and I've had to stop because I've not heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, H won't let me cry. May sound like she treats me like a child. She doesn't, but I'm hard of hearing as it is. And we've got a few fellas round here that have got electric vehicles, and she won't let me walk out and cross the main road just outside my house unless she's at the side of me in case one of them comes round the corner. Because you don't hear them.
No. Well, I nearly got knocked over, not last week, I think it was the week before.
Yeah.
Not because I wasn't looking where I was going. It's just that I was walking from one building to another and I was walking past the entrance to the car park.
Yeah.
And it just happened to, I don't know, sixth sense or whatever. I just looked behind me and there was this electric car moving along slowly because he wasn't sure if I was going to walk out in front of him.
Yeah, I think around residential areas, they should have not necessarily a loud buzzer, but perhaps play an engine tone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There should be something that enables them to be heard. I don't know what, to be honest with you. I don't know what the answer is, but there needs to be something, doesn't there?
Yeah, I agree with you. There needs to be something because especially if you're walking from one building to another, you're not necessarily concentrating on what's around you because you're thinking of an issue that you're trying to resolve.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily expect someone to be there anyway, but...
No. Yeah. Tony says, I know what you mean about cabin fever during lockdown. He wasn't getting enough exercise and it caused problems with his knees and that. Yeah, I have a multi-gym set up here that I use to do all my exercises with because, you got to keep your body and your muscles toned, haven't you, so to speak? And, all right, you wouldn't think that looking at me belly, but, you know what I mean. We try our best. But yeah, carry on, Dave. Sorry, mate, I spoke over you. Apologies.
Yeah, because once everybody's at work, the corporate car park, so to speak, is not necessarily used that much during the daytime.
Yeah.
Unless you've got someone coming in on a slightly different shift. But
yeah,
once everybody's there...
Yeah, ours was a thoroughfare once everyone was parked up and in the office.
I get the... There needs to be an engine sound or a buzzer sound. Or...
Yeah, nothing loud, but just audible enough.
Just enough to say, wait, I'm here.
Because it's not going to be too long before someone gets, unfortunately,
knocked over.
It's going to happen.
I'm sure it will. It wouldn't surprise me if it's already happened.
Yeah. Ah, there you go. Atto says there is a car, Colin, Yarborough 500, which has a switch that can emit a loud noise. Yeah. Spit it to a loudspeaker and it sounds like a car. Yeah, there needs to be something, Athol, because I live on the side of a through road that's got a hairpin bend. literally where the crossing is. So my missus will step out and be my eyes and ears type of thing, because it does, take me a while to hobble across, but luckily most of the cars will stop and let you carry, because that's what they do. But you've only got to have a non-local. And Andy across the street, whenever he comes along with his electric car, he always toots the horn as he's coming towards us to let me know he's there. It's not a case of, slaphead, get out of my way. It's just letting me know.
It's just a little toot to say.
Because he knows, he knows, and it'll be, all right, mate, you take your time, fella, not in a hurry.
I've seen you, don't worry.
Yeah. And again, you just think of a little kiddie that would be trundling across the road, because we've got the kiddies' play park across the way, you see. So, it's bad enough with engined cars that speed, you know what I mean? And it's your big fear. You just think, oh, no, it's going to happen.
Well, before the pandemic, where I am, I'm pretty close to the train station where you can get a fast link from it to London
right,
Public.
yeah, I think I know where you are, yeah.
And they use my road. Well, they used to, and not so much now, but I used to use it as a free car park.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which is fine. Bit of a pain in the neck, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about it, can you? So, yeah.
No. But throw into the mix that at that particular point on my road is a side entrance to a little kiddie school.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you have a few idiots on my road that seem to think that they can do whatever speed they like.
Oh, right, okay.
It's only going to take one of the little ones coming out.
Yeah.
Between some parked cars.
Yeah, because their philosophy is, it's not going to happen to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it does.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Another set done. Get in. On a mission.
So, could we say that you're right on track?
You could. I'll let you have that, Dave.
Thank you. Oh, so kind.
Yeah, I'm padding it out.
Oh.
I could link to something else, but I'm not going to. Oh, I'll get my coat.
And so it begins.
Yeah. We are bad, didn't we, Dave?
Yeah. Never said we was good.
Right. Athol says, that sounds good, Panzers. I can play Black Sabbath for volume 15 with the windows open. As a warning. Panzer says, as electric cars become cheaper and the boy racers can afford them, you'll certainly hear them, the doof-doof music emanating from them. Yeah. But Bobbins says, fit all electric cars with ice cream van speakers. Good shout. I do like his thinking.
And he's got a point now, hasn't he?
There's some practicality to your thinking there, Bobbins. I like where you're going there, mate. Yeah, there's method to our Bobbins' madness there, Dave, isn't there?
Hey, so he's put some thought into that one.
He has. Yeah, I like where he's going with that one. So we got that side. By powers of deduction, we then have the ones going that way. I don't know what the answer long term with cars is, you know. Don't think anyone does.
Mm.
It's going to be one of them, innit?
Or is.
Looks like they're going to be taxing them soon, and everyone got one because they thought they wouldn't have to ever pay road tax again, and the government have gone, yeah, you will. It's like diesels all over again, isn't it? Everyone needs to go out and buy a diesel to save money. Then the diesel price went higher than petrol. It's like, yeah.
And then you also had Dieselgate because of the company doing...
Allegedly, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. Bit people firmly in the backside, that one, didn't it, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Like you say, Joe Public always loses out.
Yep.
Them and another set of them bad boys. But yeah, it's one of those. I mean, you know, you're now getting the self-charging cars, which I think's a good thing. You know, I never understood why they didn't have a generator in each wheel anyway that could charge the car as it was being driven. And now they're latching onto that a bit more because it makes sense. Because at the end of the day, you're plugging the car in. Where's the electric come from? The power station. You know? Mm-hmm. And of course now, where people were charging it and they thought they was getting it dirt cheap, now that everything's gone up, then now it's... Someone worked it out. It costs more to run an electric car per mile now than it does a petrol or a diesel. How true that is, I don't know.
I think there's quite a bit of truth in it.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how much, but...
That's a question. How much is a litre of fuel now, Dave? Out of interest.
My local Esso garage is... Well, the last time when I went past on Wednesday, it was 163.
Bloody hell, oh man. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
78p a litre when I last filled my car up, Dave.
Yeah, you might notice a slight price increase then.
Yeah, just as well with a 3 litre, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get rid of that bad boy.
Tony Surridge says, Festa, I missed the start. Which Sherman model are you working on? I'll show you, mate. There you go. It is kit number 5028, and it is the Ryefield Models M4A38 Sherman without interior, mate. I don't know if you can see that clearly, buddy, but that's what I'm working on, mate. And I am currently doing the wonderful section with all the tracks in, mate. Yeah. Unlike the Tiger, where you can hold the jig up to the sprue and put everything in and it fits, on this one, it doesn't. These pads are too far apart on the sprue to let you put them straight in the jig. Someone was saying to me the other week, oh yeah, just put it on the sprue, cut the pads off, blah, blah, blah. But as you can see, the jig has got the pads. Yeah, the jig's got the pads that way round, and as you can see, yeah, it just doesn't work. So, but on the Tigers, it does. You can put the jig underneath the pads, cut them all off, and they just fall straight into place. Yeah. Jeff Light is in. Very good afternoon, Colin and Dave and everyone in the chat. Good afternoon, Jeff. I hope you're doing all right, mate. Lovely to see you in, mate. Nice to see you. Nice, Jeff. In case you're wondering, I'm doing the Ryefield model Sherman still, mate. Dave's doing his, is it the Nissan Skyline, is it you're doing, Dave?
Yeah, it's the Nissan Skyline. Hang on, I'll get that.
Sorry, mate, I didn't realise you was in the middle of, yeah.
That's right, it's the Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec.
Oh, there you go, and he's doing a rather sexy, shiny car.
Yeah, kit number 145.
He's good, isn't it? Hey, we're ever so informative, Dave, lately, aren't we? Dominic says the left and the right pads are different, mate. Yeah, I know that because they're different on the jig, mate. I said that earlier, Dominic, but thanks for reminding me again, mate. I know they're different. That's why I said I am looking at the instructions, mate. You can't put the wrong pads in this jig, mate, because they have the protrusion on them, see? That's why, if you look closely, you'll see I've got left hand and right hand. But thank you for reminding me again. Yeah. Yeah. Bless him. I am aware, mate. I do have the instructions just to my left. He's adamant. He's waiting for me to make a boo-boo, isn't he? But it's kind of impossible with the fact that they're cut out on the jig as well, mate, which is probably good because it's made it Festa-proof, mate. But you'll notice this is why I'm doing all the left hand first, then I'm doing all the right hand second. There you go.
You're good, you are.
I know, because I knew he'd be sitting there waiting to tell me. That's what it is. And I thought, no, I'm going to beat him to it. But no, you can't put two of the same row in the jig, mate. It's an impossibility. I could have a go, but it won't go well because they're moulded so that you can't fit the wrong one in, mate. Which is just as well, because if anyone's going to put the wrong pads in the wrong way round, it would be me, mate. That's why earlier you'll notice I went back and cut some more pads off. It's because I had cut off 4 sets of left and only 2 of right. And yeah. Okay, have yourself a bit of that. But yeah, I'm pretty amazed how composed I've been doing these, Dave. I think you are as well, aren't you?
I thought there might have been a few fudge sticks and dynamics, but
really,
very good.
Yeah, I know.
I have to commend you. I thought there would have been the odd.
The odd fudge sticks and broom handles, yeah.
But
oh, mate, inwardly I'm like Dick Dastardly, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm actually finding it quite therapeutic. I had this when I built my London bus, where you have like 70 odd seats, however many, you know what I mean? And they're all the same, you know, and you're putting the chrome frame on, you're putting the decal on, you're putting the top decal on, and you know, and it was very methodical. But I actually found late at night, it was really therapeutic, and that's when I realised I need to get out a lot more.
Well, oddly enough, the carbon fibre decor on the rear spoiler. I
Yeah.
know it's a bit fiddly,
Yeah.
but very strangely therapeutic.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
No. But it's... We need to get out more, Dave, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. And oddly enough, this masking up for the front end that I'm doing at the moment, fiddly, yes.
Yeah.
Therapeutic, very much so.
Oh, what are you masking? What are you marking? Show the viewer. Show the viewer.
I am masking the front end because, let me get me pointer.
This is Dave and his shiny car, folks.
The surrounds for the lights have all got to go black, and then all of this has got to go black. So I'm carefully masking up where I need to, and then after the show or maybe later in the week, these bits will go. I think it's semi-gloss black. I think it's either semi-gloss black. Yeah, semi-gloss black. Yes. We're getting there.
Thoroughly wonderful job you're doing as well.
Yes. I am properly stuck up.
I take it you're taping this.
Yeah, I've got it taped, mate.
God, now we're showing our age, ain't we? Couldn't tape the football for me. Yeah. Us old gits, eh? Ain't it funny, though? Do you remember your parents when they first got a VHS video? They got it, they would record something and then go out. They'd go out for a walk. Now, they never went out for walks together before.
No.
But they wanted to be people to know, oh, we're out for a walk. And guess what? We are recording Bruce Forsyth on our VCR. And that's what people did back then. They told their neighbours that they was recording a video and we can watch it when we get home now.
I know.
God, how sad were they? When you think about it, it's like, yeah. The fact that you could record one programme whilst watching another in my mum's world was witchcraft. How do they know what you're watching then? It's like, Mum, they're not sitting there waiting with a big button that they... Yeah.
Yeah.
Never forget when she first started using cash machines. I couldn't sit in there all day doing that. Doing what, Mum? Sitting behind there giving money out all day must be boring. No, Mum, there's not a little man in there, love. It's done by the machine. What machine? Oh, God. Yeah. It's like, really? Gotta love them.
Yeah, bless them. Yeah, and the remote wasn't infrared or sonic. It was corded.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was nice that it wasn't the child that had to do it anymore. Because one of you always laid on the floor in front of the telly ready for your mum to say, change the channel for me.
Oh, in our house, it was whoever was sat closest to the telly had to go and push the buttons.
Yeah.
And in my case, it was...
Yeah, it was normally you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I used to get that.
Out TVs with remote controls, I was made redundant.
Yeah. It was great, though, wasn't it?
I was no longer there to swap the telly channels.
Felt good, though, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think we all did a fist bump of relief back then. Many a childhood was spent being the parents' remote.
Yeah.
But dare I say it, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Mind you, there was a big scramble in our house. Turn it over when you had the theme tune to Coronation Street.
Oh, God, yeah. Bloody Coronation Street. Last time I watched that, Fred G was a barman. So, yeah. What was the one with the bloke in the wheelchair with the wobbly set? What programme was that? Where every time they shut a door, the walls moved.
Oh, Crossroads.
That's it. Yeah.
Crossroads with Benny and Miss Diane.
That was it. Yeah, bloke the bobble hat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bobble hat, donkey jacket and wellies.
Oh, Keith's saying to Al that washing up liquid helps, or use wallpaper stripper diluted with warm water. Yeah, they're on about decorating stuff there, because Al's doing a bit of decorating, bless him.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of stripping.
Yeah.
That didn't sound right, did it?
I hope you're putting your pants on for that one, Al, because you don't want to wallpaper your brooch and earrings to the wall, mate, do you?
If you do, we won't laugh, honest.
Yeah, he'll be going, I didn't realise I was hanging flock wallpaper. See what I did there? Yeah. I've got this image now. Yeah, come on. Yeah, let's put something in my head. Yeah. Major Kira. There you go, it's better.
Sally James.
Yeah. Oh, see, better, Dave. Cheers, mate. You've redeemed me now, mate. Because, you know, I just had this image of Al with his luggage out trying to hang wallpaper.
No.
And it's just like, nah, sorry.
No, Sally James.
Don't get me wrong, Al. You're probably a very nice man. But I don't want the image of you with your luggage and all of that lot whilst I'm standing tank tracks. Jeff is in Candygram for Mongo, says hi to Colin and Dave and everyone in chat. Hello, Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Jeff.
Thanks for coming in and saying hello, mate. And before you ask, that's what I'm up to, mate. I'm making the tank tracks on my Ryefield Sherman Easy 8. Yeah. And I've got the wonderful, wonderful task of doing the tank tracks, mate. Joseph Kelly's in saying hi to everyone. Hello, Joseph. How you doing, my friend? Lovely to see you, mate. Yeah. Nice to see you on this wonderful chillaxing November Sunday. It's hard to believe, Dave. It's nearly December, man.
I know.
It's like ding dong.
The year has gone so quick.
Oh, mate, we're going to have Noddy Older shouting at us in a couple of weeks, aren't we? It's like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Noddy Older and, what was it, Wizard.
Yeah.
Wish it was Christmas every day.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's never Christmas in the UK until Noddy Older says it is.
Mm. Right.
Don't forget Joseph and Jeff, belly and bench. What's in the belly? What's on the bench? Ross is on about doing the scoring of the paper there to let the water penetrate. Absolutely, mate. I normally soak it, leave it 10 minutes, and then go back, re-soak it again. But I have like my Harlequin diamonds scored in the wallpaper and that. And yeah, I'm lucky I've got plaster walls here. It's brick and breeze, this house. So yeah. Jeff says we're all good, thanks. Cold Trust all is well with everyone. Yeah, my missus and my boy have got that horrible flu bug that's doing the rounds, and they're pretty riddled with it. So my missus, bless her, she's like, you know, avoid me like the plague, love. She says I've got the lurgy, and I'm like, yeah, all right. I said, but at the end of the day, you know, I've been vaccinated, so, you know, but she just worries, you know, she bloody petrified that I'm going to get something, and yeah, so she gets herself quite anxious, bless her heart. You know what H is like.
Oh, yeah.
So, there you go. Get in there. Spin that on your pinky. Use your Citadel scrapey device to hold said pad in. Candygram goes, it's a shaman with individual tracks, no less. I want to take a try at building a tank with individual track links one day. Jeff, you're going to be so impressed, mate. One, I'm doing this live on air. And two, I've not sworn yet.
No, he hasn't.
Dave is so proud of me, isn't you, Dave?
I am. I thought we was going to be in for a
Festa.
Magnanimous and fudge sticks.
Festa swear fest, didn't you, mate? But it ain't happened.
No.
So, yeah. This is going to be winterized. I think somebody in the chat asked whether I was going to do a winter build this year. This was a couple of shows ago. And then we hit on the idea of winterizing this, having a look at some pictures of the Ardennes campaign and you know, snow scenes or winter scenes. So, yeah, I'm currently doing a bit of research, Dave, into it. But, yeah. So, yeah. Dave says, wish H better soon. Give her a cuddle when she's better. Yeah, she's a bit grumpy with it, you know, because she don't like getting colds and that. But like I said to her, you've had your flu vax as well and COVID vax and that. But it's just this season's flu is quite potent. They've had huge problems in Australia with it because I've got relatives down there. And they've had quite a big flu thing over there this year. And it normally is quite telling because what normally hits Australia is the variant that everyone's going to get during the winter. And it's quite an aggressive one. But don't forget, we have all been locked down, haven't we, for a number of years. So I think our immune systems are a little relaxed. Yeah, because we've all been sanitized, haven't we, by staying in, and I think that's what a lot of the problem is, if I'm honest. So there could be something in it, couldn't there, Dave?
Yeah, you never know.
Because we're not exposing our immune systems to anything at the moment, and it's like anything, you know, use antibacterials everywhere, and then what happens when you get a bacterial problem? Everyone goes down with it because we've all been living in super sanitized environments, and yeah.
Well, I'm surprised I never got it anyway because of being out and about, you know, when there's an airborne virus going around.
Yeah, as my GP said to me, the human immune system has to have something to do, otherwise it becomes less
immune. Yeah,
she said its functionality diminishes otherwise. You've got to give it something to bloody do.
Right.
As she stabbed me in the arm with a needle to stop me getting the flu. Yeah. It's like, well, you've just contradicted yourself, dear. I'm the doctor, you're not. Leave me alone, she says.
Yeah. You're the patient, she's the doctor, and she's the one that's got the needle in her hand.
Do you want me to complain to H? No. It's a conspiracy between them two, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they do it for your benefit.
Oh, absolutely, mate. It's funny, though. She says, you know, not that we're ganging up on you, she says, but we are. Okay. It's like, I know my place, Dave.
Right, that's ready for painting.
Oh, you're good. You're good. What's ready for painting? Show me, show me. I want to see all the things. Oh, look at that.
So all of these exposed bits
Are going to be the gloss black, yeah?
they're going to go semi-gloss black.
Oh, nice one. When you're painting them, Dave, you're painting them now. You're painting them now. Have you painted them yet?
No, I haven't painted them yet. I haven't painted them now.
Okay.
Just hadn't sort of thought that I was going to put the airbrush on, but I can.
It's up to you, mate. If you want to paint them, paint them. It doesn't worry me, mate. It's up to you, mate. It's your kit.
Oh, look, I've got a pot of semi-gloss black to hand.
Oh, that's mightily convenient, Dave.
It's very convenient.
Hey, you want to sit and paint your model? Paint it. I don't care. It's your car. Do what you like. I'm sure the viewers won't mind. As long as you don't do it right under your mic.
I shall try.
You know, if not, just mute it for a little bit. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, do you think I'm going to hold you up building your kit and slow you down? Bloody hell, mate. Wouldn't do that, would I?
Oh, no.
Right. Dorkosaurus says, God, Dave, do it, do it, do it. Now, paint it, paint it, paint it, paint it. Well done, Dorks. I knew I could rely on you, buddy. He's good.
Well, the compressor is compressing.
Tony Surridge says, I'm going to get my shingles jab. Oh, really? I didn't realise there was such a jab. Did you? I take it you didn't have chicken pox as a child, then, if you're getting a shingles jab. Wilma had that a few years back, shingles.
Oh, I remember my sister had it. It was on her right side.
Yeah.
And well, she's grumpy anyway, but she was even more grumpier.
Yeah. It was before she had her liver transplant, and we often wonder whether it was the shingles that caused all the problems, you know.
I don't know.
Dorkosaurus says to Jeff, I've been awake for an hour, still struggling. The sleeping pills doctor gave him make the mornings difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having some of those things.
Yeah.
That's it. That's right. Because after my dad went, I spoke to the doctor when I got home.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you sleeping all right?" I said, "Oh, yeah, sort of." He said, "Oh, well, I'll give you these, and you take them if you need to." Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I looked them in the packet, and they were tiny, minuscule little things.
Yeah.
And I thought, that ain't going to knock me out.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah. Tony says, chicken pox question. I know I had German measles. Yeah, chicken pox is the childhood version of shingles. Basically, you get shingles as an adult. It's because you've had a immune reaction to having the chickenpox virus. So in adults, it evolves into shingles. Yeah. It's the same virus, basically, but it's just, more dangerous when you're an adult. So, yeah, they're giving you a vaccine. Sorry, Dave?
I'm just going to mute me mic.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm just going to carry on yattering and talking my inane drivel that I normally do. But, yeah, it's the same family of virus, basically. So, yeah, they say if you've had it as a child, you shouldn't get shingles. But, yeah, because Helen never had chickenpox as a child, but she got it as an adult. And the worry was that it would evolve into shingles, but touch wood, it didn't with her. But they was quite strict with her when she had it because they wanted to keep an eye just in case. So I didn't realise they did a vaccination against it, mate. So fair play. That'll be peace of mind then, mate. Metalhead says can't have the flu jab. It makes him squeal. Yeah, I kind of don't have a choice because I have an impaired immune system, which is why I stay in. Probably, I think, as Pam says, me GP, it's more now because of the pandemic than it is the MS. Yeah, because if I go out, I could use my wheelchair, you know what I mean? But because your immune system is so low and depleted, it leaves you exposed to pretty much anything that's doing the rounds. So I still wear a mask when I go out, and people go, oh, you don't need to wear a mask when you go out. But kind of, if you're trying to avoid catching stuff, yeah. I'm pretty lucky because I go out for me blood work, for me diabetes, and me MRI scans just to keep tumour watch going. And it's normally straight in, park outside, straight in the back door, scanned, done, dusted, back in the car and on my way home. So it's a short procedure, which is nice. But yeah, when I had my surgery, I was in my own room and they was coming in masked and gowned and all of that because you are deemed high risk. So you get your COVID jabs, you get your flu jabs, and they're pretty strict on that. You know, you've got to have it. You ain't got a choice. And Carol gets it, my sister, because she's on anti-rejection drugs. So she has to have all the vaccines and all of that lot because she's in a similar situation with a knackered immune system. So, but she was actually at King's in London for a while this year because she actually did end up getting the velociraptor, as we call it. So she ended up there for a while because, yeah, she's home now. So I'm happy. Me little sister's back. Apparently it's still a thing out there. You know, they're having issues in the Far East at the moment with it again, and I hope it doesn't creep in like it did before, but it's out there now, isn't it? So I tend not to watch the news, so I don't really know what the situation is with it, if I'm honest. So I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah, it's still banging around out there.
It is it?
Yeah. I still see people wearing the masks and so on.
Yeah.
Like you say, you don't have to wear them. It's not required, but I think some people just wear them.
Yeah.
Just out of being safe, I think.
Well, yeah, you kind of don't have that choice in a way, Dave. You know, I mean, I asked my quack about it and she said, look, the minute you walk out your front door, have one on because the law of averages says that at some point you're going to be exposed to someone that is a carrier. So it's not worth the risk, she says. So for the sake of putting a mask on, protect yourself, mate.
Yeah.
And she's right.
Especially for you, you know, there's 5 minutes of faffing out about putting one on.
Yeah, if it saves weeks of awkwardness or getting the lurg, then yeah, you're going to, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, if you don't.
Yeah, you're exposing yourself unnecessarily, Dave, aren't you? And then you've got to explain it to H. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
Yeah, that's why she gives me a right rollicking if I go to answer the door. You don't. That's what we're for. You've got the drop box. So if it's a knock at the door, it can't be that important, can it? It's like, all right, dear. No, she says, that's what we're here for.
Really funny, but what do you do if there is a knock at the door and you literally are the only person indoors?
I shout through the letterbox and then I talk to them through the upstairs window. I just say, give us a minute, I'm going upstairs. And then I let them know me situation. If it's a parcel, I say to them, can you try number 5 or number 8? And yeah, it's no good trying number 7 because that's where I live. And it's like, you know, yeah. But that's it, really, you know, and I just say, look, you know, my missus is on her way home. Can it wait until she's in? I can't answer the door because job done. 90% of them are very understanding, you know. That's why we have the smart meters and that, because we don't have to worry about meter readers and things like that. And, you know, so I've got the video doorbell, intercom and all of that gubbins, but I still like to look out and see who I'm talking to face to face rather than on video, you know.
Yeah.
But they're normally pretty good. But luckily for me, Jenny next door normally, because her front door is like an L shape from mine. So she'll normally hear people. Normally she catches them before I do, you know, and she's as good as gold. He can't come to the door, she says, but I'll let him know. It's like, yeah. But she'll take in any parcels that they can't get in the drop box. Especially if it's a courier that doesn't know the code for it, because, you know, your local couriers that would normally knock, you know, but if it's a newbie, you know, and they haven't got on their PDA the special instruction, then they'll just stand there rattling the door. You know, and that's when I say, can you knock next door? They'll take it, or I'll shout out of the door, look, use the drop box round the corner, mate, that's the code. All right, mate. I go, well, I can't get, you know, can't answer the door, mate. It was easier during the whole lockdown thing because obviously deliveries and everyone knew it. It was the social interaction and distancing, but a lot of that's gone back to normal now. But of course, for me, it's still the norm.
Funny you should say that, but if you're out I've noticed it a few times. If you're out walking, people still will give roughly 2 meters distance between if you're passing.
Yeah. Is it still a thing?
Yeah, it still happens. I do it, I must admit.
I think it's a good thing, to be honest.
You know, if I'm walking down the road and there's someone coming towards me, I'll do my best to give them as big a gap as I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody does it.
No.
I do.
Yeah, I see a lot of people do it. I mean, where I've got the railings just outside where I live, where people will stop by the railings and let you go through, and then they go through. So there's still a bit of that going on with the social distancing, which is good. Definitely at the hospitals, it's still a thing.
Yeah. It's not. There's not so much distance in the supermarkets now.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's well, what I've noticed anyway.
Yeah.
It's standard free for all for everyone. You know?
Yeah. What was that? Metalhead was saying, what's the best ratio for thinning down Tamiya paint for airbrushing? Well, if it's a fresh pot of Tamiya, what I normally do if I've just bought the pot and haven't opened it is I'll undo the lid and I'll add a bit of X20A up to where the threaded part starts. Normally you want it at the consistency of skimmed milk, mate, is the best way of describing that.
For Tamiya paints, I normally use a bit of leveling fluid.
Yeah.
And
pardon me.
So about the same height in the jar if it's a brand new one.
But yeah, for your airbrush, about the consistency of skim milk, mate. And again, just test it on a bit of sprue. Or get yourself some spoons, that's what I use. Catering spoons. Have a load of them and just spray the back of them with your chosen paint choice. It's styrene at the end of the day, mate. I've got a spoon just there that I've painted. There you go, there's a couple. Let's put that back down, see? So you can do your paint job on your spoons, test it out, bit of chipping, bit of this, bit of that. And it lets you see what your paint job's coming out like. Before I do any paint jobs, that's what I do. I do my spoons. Spoon test. I put down the primer I'm going to be using, then obviously the top coats, and then any clear coats that are going to go over it. So I do a complete scratch paint job on each spoon. Stops your uncle. Because then it's far easier to get all your paint ratios and everything right on that. You know, if you're going to blurp it, I'd rather blurp it on a spoon than I would on the actual build. Right, do another run of tracks now. On a roll here, Dave. On the mission, we're on the mission. Bobbins goes, spoons. Absolutely, mate. Do like a spoon. That sounded wrong.
I'm not going there. I'm going to leave you on your own on that one.
Yeah, that image is now on your retina, Dave, isn't it?
No. I'm trying not to. I'm thinking Sally James at the moment.
Oh, yeah. You're going for distraction technique, are you?
Yes. It's just about working. I know, I'm bad.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. I liked your choice. Could have always gone for Sally James and Bliss Kendall.
Well, I was just working my way up to that.
Yeah. Together, Dave.
Oh.
Yes, Jeff. He says, spoon test, highly recommended. Does anyone remember the spoon hut? It's still going, I do believe, the Model Maker's spoon hut. I'm sure it's still going, mate. But yeah, it was a little gag that was doing the rounds. So we got left and right-handed again for our pairs. So that's 3 sets of right, and then I shall do the 3 sets of left by powers of deduction. Oh no, scary Dave, isn't it? Bobbins has got to go. Thanks for another great stream, fellas. No worries, Bobbins. Thanks for popping in and keeping us company, mate. We love it. We love to see you in, mate. And you have a good rest of the Sunday, mate. Stay safe, buddy.
Ta-da, Bobbins.
There you go. And then we got 3 sets of left.
Do you think he's cooked his cake? That's why he's going. So
yeah, he's having his cake so he can eat it, isn't he? We know what he's doing. There you go. So you got that. And then we've got 6 of those to come off. And these top pads go in any area that you want, because they're not handed like the others. So we got another 3 pairs of those come off. That. Use some of that. So that's those. And then we've got 6 of them. So we've got 4 that side, or 2 that side, 4 this side, 3, 4, in there like that. Of them, off of there, just like that. That is another set of tracks ready to get chopped off. Getting in there, Dave, aren't we, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's scary, isn't it, eh? Who'd have thought it, eh? Candygram says, yeah, great memories. Sure enough, the Model Maker's spoon up does still exist. Yeah, it's there, mate. Another one of those weekend gags that we decided to come up with from Paul, and yeah, it's just a giggle. You know us lot, we do like a bit of giggling, and it's surprising how many people joined it. But yeah, still a thing. A place where you can sit and compare your spoons until your heart's consent. Al says, I think I'll nip off as well as I'm hungry again. Need a fly cup. No worries, Athol. Thanks for coming in, mate. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your decorating, mate. And we will catch up with you on the next one, mate. So there you go, mate. Take care. I'll get another run of tracks done, I reckon, and then we'll see how we're doing for time. So you never know. I might be able to get 2 sets done. Who knows? All me jigs full of tracks then. Shock horror. Who'd have thought it? But it's strangely relaxing. And I do really need to get out a lot more, don't I? Everyone's saying goodbye to Athol? Absolutely. Yeah, let's get another one of them in there. Wow. Have some of that in there. Grab you one of them. These little jigs are a godsend though. And I do like these ones because, like you say, they are handed, as Dominic kindly mentioned earlier, to keep an eye on them. Luckily on this one, it's pretty damn good, but I'd had one jig with one of my other kits that wasn't like that, and it was quite easy to get a little confused, and I will look at assembling that and bear that in mind on that one. It's one that Panzer sent me down. It's a skiff with individual track links, and it's like, yeah. I've got frill tracks to do as well on a Panzer howitzer, because that came with individual track links, and Vince kindly pointed out that you could get the metal tracks for it. So I grabbed a set of them. So I've got them to do. That'll be my foray into frill tracks then. Panzer says Colin's doing the full jig. See what he did there? Yeah. But it is strangely therapeutic, Panzer. It really is, mate. I can see me getting bags of tracks sent to me now. Can you do my tracks? It's like, yeah. Exactly that. There you go. So neat. And these nippers are brilliant for these display ones, because they just get all of the nubs and lug holes off pretty cleanly, so it's saving a lot of prep. Keith says, I've built Ryefield and Dragon kits with individual tracks. The Dragon ones are easier as cast in one piece using double-sided tape to keep in place for gluing. Yeah. But I'm enjoying this whole little process, Keith, of just sitting here and, because I'm a total noob at this, mate. And, yeah, I'm finding it nice and relaxing, if I'm honest. I know there's probably a million ways I could do it a lot quicker and all of that lot, but I'm actually not doing it for the speed. I'm doing it because I'm just enjoying it. So this is probably quite painful for a lot of the more experienced armour builders that have done this sort of work. But we all have to start at the bottom and work our way up. But I'm actually finding this quite therapeutic, so suitably chilled. Probably find in time as I do more of them, I'll look back going, cool, yeah, I won't be doing it that way again. But at the moment, it's the only way I know, and it works for me. And I am quite clumsy as well, so having them in the jig just lets me know that, yeah, if I do have a moment, that I can know that everything's still going to stay in line because it's in the jig of jigness. So because, this is me, innit, at the end of the day. Kevin's in. Afternoon, guys. Char break time. Just booked up Jackie's Crimbo present. Happy days. He's good, isn't he? A day out at the big cat sanctuary on a feeding the cats experience. Happy days. Good for you, mate. Yeah, H went up for the sloth one because she, for some reason, wanted to go up in the sloth enclosure and have a day up there. So that's what she did. It's good that they do that sort of thing. Another one I did for her was the track day at Silverstone where she could do the driving around the Ferrari bit. And thought of my missus gunning around Silverstone in an all singing, all dancing Ferrari is quite scary, but at the time of her life up there. And it's like, you know, for me, it's nice to send her away on these weekend things because she is me carer at the end of the day. And it just gives her a bit of time off. Keith says, double-sided tape stops them from pinging all over the place. You don't get a jig with dragon tracks. Ah, right. Okay, mate. Yeah. That's probably why I'm quite content doing it like this on these, because once you've got the track pads in the jig, they don't really move about a great deal, unless you're clumsy like I am, of course. But no, strangely enough, I'm actually really quite enjoying this, you know, and you do get a nice little track run out of it, you know. And yeah, I mean, little pads are sat there and you can weather them until your heart's content, can't you? So, yeah. So probably the bit I need to be careful of is where I'm joining all the bits together, because your jig doesn't look like it allows for that, but I might just lop off one of the ear rolls and see whether I can put the jig across the join and use one of my clamp bits. I think to hold the pads in that way. I don't know, or I might just be able to hold the pad in itself with the clamp on each end. I'll soon know when I start joining them together, but at the moment I'm just doing the individual little runs and all of that lot, just to see how we get on. And I've got 76 per side to do, so quite a way to go yet, but it's fun. Panzer says, Keith, a Trumpeter does an adjustable tiltable. They build them kinds of tracks. Also, Keith, have you got a 3D printer, mate? Because if you have, there is an STL file out there of a track jig. If you haven't, message me and I'll print you one. I don't know what that was, but yeah. So we'll have a bit more track fun, I think. Kevin Stevens is saying hi to William, Panzer and Keith. Happy days. Yeah. And I'll be picking Panzer's brains about doing winter weathering on this bad boy and as to what I need, etc. I shall make a list of what I've currently got winter weathering wise. Then when it comes to doing this bad boy, one, I'll get some pictures and that I can have a look at, but it's handy to have someone like that in the 24/7 group, because I can pick his brains a bit, because he's my go-to armour nut at the end of the day. So yeah. Always nice to get a bit of support like that, because none of us know everything at the end of the day. And I've never pretended to know anything about anything or everything about nothing. It's just how it is, you know. And that's the beauty of this hobby. You're never too old to learn something new. It's that old adage, teaching old dogs new tricks. And, you know, we can all get set in our ways. But I do like to learn different ways of doing things. And, you know, There's always someone that's got a nice idea on a way to do something that makes it easier for you. And yeah, absolutely. Metalhead says, I've started something with spoons, laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah, no, we set up a group on Facebook, about 2.5, 3 years ago, called the Model Makers Spoon Up. And it's a spoof to run alongside the Boom Up that we're all in. And it's literally people posting pictures of spoons they've painted. And it was what should have been just a weekend giggle, but it turned into a fully blown Facebook group. And it's still going. So, yeah. This is what we do. We don't get out much, us lot. So we come up with weird and wacky ways and things. So, yeah, Model Maker Spoon Up. Because, yeah. Matthew Ward says 2:30 IPA time. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, mate. Grab yourself some. Joseph says, I've just ordered a Sebastian Vettel t-shirt for my wife. I married the right girl. Good for you, mate. Yeah, H is a huge Vettel fan. She's gutted that he's retired, but she's of the opinion he will be back. In one form or another, he'll be back. And it was very fitting how all the drivers said such wonderful things about him, because he is a nice chap at the end of the day. And, yeah. Panzer goes, this is very true, he says. Yeah, don't let your head get too big, though, Panzer, because, you know, you won't be able to get it out the door, will you? Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, there comes the lady with the dog that grows out of her armpit. You can hear it yapping as she's walking down the green. Seems to be a thing round here. There seems to be a lot of women walking around with these little dogs in a bag. I don't know what that's all about, folks. I don't know whether that's a celebrity designer thing. I don't know. But, yeah, these tiny, minute little yappies that seem to be grown out of a bag that's up underneath their arm. And it's like, when did that become a thing? Have I missed something? But, yeah. And they look at you and it's like, yeah, funny little things. But anyway, he says, I was referring to your comment on learning new tricks. Yeah, old dogs and new tricks, mate. But that's what this is about, Panzer, innit? I had this discussion with Reese a good few years ago, where he found as a young fella, a lot of the older established builders didn't take them seriously because they knew it all, type of thing. Whereas on the opposite, you know, the youngsters that are in the hobby, they might have found a really modern, easy way of doing something that we've been doing in the dinosaur way for years. And I love that. I love learning new things. It don't matter how old or youthful someone is. If they've got a better way of doing something, and I'm like, yeah, I'll have that all day long, mate. I love that, because it's different ways of doing things, you know. Just because it's an accepted method doesn't mean to say that it can't be changed. You know, if there wasn't such a thing as change, the wheel would never have been invented, would it? So, yeah, I love it. I love all of these new methods. I mean, look at how the hobby changed when we all took our sabbaticals, and I've come back to it. How radically the hobby's changed from what we remember it, from the days of umbral paints, taking your stuff to your local community centre and building yourself a pasteboard table at the local modelling club, to suddenly it being on YouTube, the internet, and Hangouts, and, you know, Facebook groups and ISM and you know, all of that sort of thing, you know, where there's huge followings for blokes videoing building model kits, and it's great. I love that. I love how the hobby's evolved, and it'll be interesting to see over the next decade how the hobby evolves even further. Hades in Smurf's Dockyard. Hello, mate. How you doing, Aid? Love to you and Tanya, mate. Hope you're both doing all right. But yeah, I'm intrigued as to the direction the hobby's going in. And look at our Bandai kits and super detail sets and things like that have come on. You've got your high-end MFH kits, all of that sort of thing. I don't know whether Dave realises that he's muted. But you've got all of that stuff that's going on in the background, and yeah. So it is intriguing as to what developments we're going to have in this hobby. So I'm keen to find out. Let's have ourselves a looky-loo. What we got going on? Smurf says another coffee break to Kevin. Yeah. Has he been having a lot, has he, Aid? Hey, been having a lot of breaks, has he? Oh, dear. Is he making Jackie do all the work? Is that what you're saying? Here you go. Cut the lug off of that one. Oh, Dave's disappeared. Okay. Let's have a looky-loo now. I think he might be having a bit of a technical issue going on there. Yeah, there you go. I can hear you now, mate.
Oh, brilliant. I don't quite know what happened then.
Yeah, I didn't know whether or not your feed had gone there, mate.
But
I mean, it's 14:39, so we can always come off air in a bit, mate, if you're having some technical issues down there, mate.
Okay.
Is that your camera gone again?
One second.
Okay.
We'll have a look. We go that one. Here we go. And try that one.
Yeah. Talking. Yeah, I can see you and hear you.
No, it doesn't like that one, so we'll have that one.
Oh, right. There you go. Yeah.
We'll have that one then.
Yeah, Panzer says what used to be expensive aftermarket parts are now included in the box. PE, indie tracks, and metal gun barrels. Yeah, you bang on right there, mate. Yeah, that's changed.
It's changed an awful lot. When I came back into the hobby, you know, things like photo etch and resin parts and white metal parts. No.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah. It's phenomenal, isn't it? And I love that. I really do. I love all of that stuff, you know, and things like photo etch cockpits and stuff, you know, it's hyper detailed sort of aluminium gun barrels. You know, there's a lot of it that does make a difference. But there's also an awful lot that doesn't. You know, some photo etch I get. Some of it I'm like, that's photo etch for photo etch's sake.
Yeah.
But like I say, if it comes as part of the set, so be it. But you sit there and you think, yeah, but why have that as a photo etch part? The plastic part's just as good. You're replacing a round plastic railing with a flat metal one.
Yeah.
But that's the whole debate, isn't it?
Yeah, I understand why they do it, because they're trying to add extra interest,
exactly,
extra value. Their research probably told them that a percentage of model makers throughout the world will go out and buy
the detailer,
whatever. So what they're trying to do, I think, is They will look. It's all in the box, so you don't need to go and buy anything else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, on a lot of the big ships, you know, the whole conning towers photo etch and all that. And I get that, because you wouldn't be able to replicate that real fine etched detail, would you, that you get with them? And I get that, you know, but we had it with our little trucks, didn't we? It's like, why make a photo etch bracket for that when for years the seat was moulded in plastic and it had the bracket on it in plastic? And it's buried inside something that you're putting a lid on. So you're never going to see it anyway. So it's like, yeah, they could have just done that normal.
Well, it was the same with the diggers that we did.
Yeah.
There was a photo etch part that went in the engine area.
Yeah.
And it was like, hold on a minute. I've just spent all this time prepping this bit of photo etch. I've put it in and you can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you think, well, why did they do that?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just leave it as a plastic part?
Yeah.
And is some of it, some of the manufacturers trying to outdo other manufacturers?
Well, don't forget as well, it gets the parts count up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Someone's saying goodbye to Tony there, because Tony's off. Catch you later, Tony, mate. You take care, mate. Dorkosaurus is off ski. Take care, mate. We're coming off shortly anyway, mate.
Yeah, ta-da, mate. Ooh.
Richard Thomas is in. He says, hi all. I'm a bit late, but hi. Hello, Richard. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, Richard.
Keith says, I've got a Dragon kit with 135 brass etch wing nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I've got an R35 that I'm doing, and that's got brass wing nuts on it. And so did this one. For the part that goes underneath there, the bracket, it's got little photo etch brass wing nuts. It's like, really? Yeah, in my case, they got shot off by a sniper.
That was convenient.
Yeah.
Right.
You like that, didn't you, Dave? It's like, yeah.
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 Like on the digger, some of the light housings on mine got shot off by snipers.
Yeah, luckily for me, I relocated one of mine many months after losing it when I did my bench refurb. I found it stuck to the side of my Alexa. You can just line them up. Get them ready for the top cover of the jig to go on. Yeah. On a mission.
Ooh. I'll pick you.
I know, Dave. Who'd have thought it, eh? Oh. Second twitch. Shall we go for a third?
Okay, go on. Go for a hat trick.
Combat damage, says Keith, covers a many multitude mistakes. Absolutely, mate. Battle damage, weathering. It's like, yeah. Amazing the faux pas that a bit of rust can cover.
A bit of rust or well-placed bit of mud splatter.
Yeah. Yeah. Bit of mud's going up under there. Job done. There you go. It's another run done. Gets in. Oh, there. Have a breather. Well, what do you want to do, Dave? It's 2:45. You...
I'm gonna say let's end, and then I can have a look at these issues that I've got with.
Yeah, I thought I would ask because I know you're conscious of having a few technicals today. So,
yeah,
what we'll do then, folks, is we'll do our usual that's what we've done. I can't really show a lot, really, because I've been doing track links, those bad boys, and in all the jigs now, I've got a run of track links. So I'm going to let them all dry. For those that didn't see last week's show, that's where the body of the Sherman is at the moment, all ready for primer, as is everything over there, all my drive wheels and that. So I'm going to carry on building the tracks this week. So hopefully I can get some priming done. We'll see how my week goes. If not, I can always prime on the live stream. So yeah, we can sort something out. I'm going to leave it there with mine. How have you done, Dave? All right.
I've got the front end of the body shell done, including the GTR lettering at the front and at the rear. The carbon fibre decal is going down really nicely, so it's coming on a tray. A little bit of work done on the dashboard. I've put the decal in for all the dials, and then I've used a piece of this really thin clear plastic, the tear off strip that you get
the acetate
on your mobile phones.
Yeah,
I've cut a piece out and I've put a piece over the top just to give it that reflection as if there's a piece of plastic in the way.
Yeah. Happy days, mate.
That's pretty much all I've done today.
That's all right, mate. Not a problem at all, Dave. Not a problem at all, mate. Apologies for the technical issues there towards the end, mate. Nothing you could do about that. It's just how it is.
No, I'll have when we're off. I'll have a chat with you and pick your brains on it as well.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Not a problem. So we're going to love and leave you there, folks, and let you get on with the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for joining us both, and we look forward to seeing you Wednesday over on the eModels channel for the Wednesday Workbench Live. So keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you hopefully Friday for a frolic with the Foxter folks. So we're going to love and leave you and let you get on with the rest of your day. Thanks for joining us and keeping us company, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye-bye, everyone.